All systems go. Clear for liftoff.
Good afternoon. I hope you guys are having an amazing Monday. This is not live. This is recorded because as you guys are watching this, I am driving to Ohio. I am driving to Ohio from New Jersey, a little northeast summer action to get the boots on the ground. Memorial boots on the ground, US Open, boots on the ground, Travelers. Let's wrap this, get this summer off to a great start. So, this is not live. This is recorded. Any questions, feel free to shoot me a message in the Discord. Feel free to leave a comment. Feel free to leave any concern you guys may have. But Memorial Week, a great, fun tournament. Colonial was awesome. Colonial hurt a little bit because we went with that single bullet Ludwig for the outright selection. I had room. On the card. Obviously, Ludwig wasn't like 4-1. He was like 10-1. Number one in the model, Ludwig. Number two in the model, Russell Henley. I'm like, I have room to get a 20-1 Russell Henley. But I was like, do I want to be that guy to just bet the two favorites? Do I want to be that guy? Should have been that guy. Nonetheless, shout out Russell Henley. We did not quite get there last week, but we have a ton of card ROI left for those tracking to go with that short card at the US Open, to go with like a 4x ROI if we need to. But I don't talk about this much, but for those tracking, we're close, guys. We are close. So nonetheless, let's break into detail like we normally do. Do the Twitter thread, do the course history, do the stats, all of that fun stuff. So if you haven't, head over to my Twitter at Matt_Gannon. It's right there on the screen. You will see this Twitter thread I post every single week for the most part. So here we go. It is a boots on the ground week as I just started. I'm currently on the way, but let's get into some of these stats. Not a tricky handicap at Memorial. It's actually this and Bay Hill, I think, are the two easiest handicaps of the year. Pure ball striking. Let's look at what the golfers did, the winners did of this event, all the way back to 2018, how they came into the week, their previous 10 starts leading into the week that they won, which is way more telling than just looking at a winning stat line, in my opinion. So this is how many times the winner has spiked in each category leading into the event. So a spike is plus 4 strokes gain in a single category. We've seen 29 approach spikes, 29 off the tee spikes, 29 approach, 22 off the tee, 14 putt, 10 around the green. What that's saying is we're looking at every single winner back to 2018, looking at their previous 10 starts. That's how many times cumulative they've all spiked in each category. So obviously, it's telling us that approach play is the most important, most prominent spike in terms of success, which is no surprise. Every winner had at least 2 spike approach. The average is 3.6 spike approach events coming into the week. So distance driving is also right not far behind, 22 spikes, and distance ball striking is obviously needed, but it's mainly just approach here. Total driving. I like total driving rather than just driving distance because you don't want to be playing from the rough at all. So those are the two spike ball striking stats I'm mainly looking for. That's exactly what all the guys did. Let's go down. So we're looking for a golfer who has spiked 3 times on approach in their last 10 starts and spiked twice off the tee in their last 10 starts. That list is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 golfer. Xander, Rory, Ludwig, Cam Young, Scotty Scheffler, Tommy Fleetwood. There are only 6 golfers in this entire field who check those boxes off. And that is no surprise because this is an event that big dogs win. This is an event that big boys win. And clearly, these 6 names are some of the biggest names in the sport. Course history matters. 6 of the last 7 winners had a previous T7 finish around Murrayfield Village. It's not the end of the world. Definitely lean the ball striking first. But if a guy has both, that is a slam dunk profile for sure. First timers do not really play well here. It's not like they can't win, but I'm going to be out on them personally. Got to make some cross-offs somewhere. Some comp courses, shout out Vincent over at Vincerix Golf, a great AI tool. Augusta, Sawgrass, Bay Hill, Torrey Pines, Quail Hollow, and Riv, just basically other extreme ball striking tests. So this is very interesting. This is every single winner's results at a given golf course in the year that they played. So this is the last, what is this, eight winners' results at Torrey Pines in the year that they won at Memorial. If there's an X, that means they didn't play. So some mixed results at Torrey Pine. A lot of guys who didn't play, 2 missed cuts, but other T11s, T3s, T2s. Riviera, solid, not the end of the world. Some T10s, T15s, just overall solid. Bay Hill. T11 win, T10, T2. 3 guys didn't start and a runner-up. So everyone that played Bay Hill and won Murrayfield Village that given year didn't finish worse than T11 in that given year. So it's just exactly what I said. Insane crossover, insane cross history. Also, Augusta and Sawgrass have been showing up. So this is interesting. There are players in this field who have played Bay Hill, Sawgrass, and Augusta. And we get one that finished top 20 in all 3. One, Cameron Young. T3, and a win. That is absurd consistency on the biggest crossovers that this golf and this field has to offer. So, I mean, it's the year of Cam Young. He's been playing such amazing golf this year, and he's checking every single box. He's one of those 6 players that checks the incoming ball striking, and he's the only player that checks the top 20 this year. So this is what we're looking for, TLDR. I'll go through some of the boots on the ground stuff after, but you guys know what you're getting. You guys know what you're getting with the boots bullets, the private show on Wednesday, who's doing all of this stuff. Everything the boots on the ground has to offer. You guys already know it. It's the greatest tool, in my opinion, in this world. And at Ship It Nation, you get everything. You get boots on the ground. I guess I'll just do that right now. Like, why not? You get boots on the ground. You get projections. You get showdown content. You get the stone. You get the slate plan. All of that you can have for free right now with code BOOTS, and then you'll get 10% off. And also, why not join the nation? Why not fly that flag? Here's how you can do it. If you just want the content, if you just want the golf, go over here, PGA Plus Optimizer. If you just want the content, this includes the boots on the ground content. But if you don't want any of the tools, go with this one. If you want every sport, we still got NBA finals going on right now. We still got MLB in full force. So get all this. The code BOOTS works on everything. So if you're a constant DFS player, definitely get over there and join this. And then if you're playing DFS, you're playing DraftKings, be sure to fly that flag, because if you do fly that flag, gonna go right here, hit logos, click on any one of these, download it, and then use it. If you win $1 million, we've had some $1 million winners, $4 million winners in the last few years. You get free Ship It Nation for life, a Roly swag box, t-shirt, hoodie, backpack. And if you win any other 100K, 10K, 1K threshold, you'll get free Ship It. You'll get other swag, and you could just parlay those free Ship It weeks into more weeks. But so I guess I got that off the table. Now let's look at some of the recent winners. Scotty at 10, Scotty at 8. Then we had Vic at 7, Biho at 13, PC at 13, Rombo at 9, PC at 19. But we've seen this score from 13 to 7 over the last 6 years. I think this 10 was one of the easier it will play in the next few years with the renovation. But also, last year leading up to this event, we had a decent – I've been totally messing up my screen share the whole time, but at least you guys saw it. Sorry about that. Last year, during the renovation – last year leading up to the week, we had a ton of rain. This year, we don't have as much rain. So I think it's going to play on the harder end this year. I don't know if we get the double digits, and I will also confirm that once I get out there this week. So let's take a look at the weather while we are here. So here's the weather. Thankfully, we have nice weather for me tomorrow. If this were to say rain all day, I would be like, sorry, guys, I'm not going out there driving 9 hours for nothing. But it looks like we're going to have some nice weather for me tomorrow, nice dry conditions leading into the week, a windy day tomorrow. So hopefully I'll see how these guys are reacting to the wind. Then when we get to the golf tournament on Thursday, we're going to get some nice windy conditions as well. Like, look at Friday. Thursday is going to be calm with some gusts. Friday, we're going to get some wind. Saturday, we're going to get some wind. Sunday, we're going to get some wind. So I think tomorrow, with me being out there all day, we're going to get a great gauge of how this tournament is going to play with the conditions that I'm going to see tomorrow. So definitely get over to the site, definitely use that content. Let's take a look at the DraftKings salary, the DraftKings board. Scotty leads the way 13-5. If you click Scotty, you have 7-3 left to build with. I think this is a great week to play Scotty. Fair price. Then we get Rory, Cam Young, Ludwig, and Xander leading the way. I wanted to take a look at Cam Young because Cam Young at 10-3, very fair price, leaves you 7-9 to build with. He's the only golfer that checked that list of everything I went down with to start the show off. So Cameron Young, look at what he's doing coming into this week. He has not lost strokes ball striking since Pebble Beach. He's just been absolutely striping it. Putter's been hot, around the greens, fine. Looking at his course history at Merrifield Village, no better finish than T25. So he does not have that profile of the T7 or better. Like it's not the end of the world, but what Cameron Young is doing right now is exactly what you'd want him to be doing. One thing I want to note, I want to see how he can perform on the bent grass because Cam Young, Doral, Bermuda, Sawgrass, Bermuda, Bay Hill, Bermuda, Wyndham Championship win, Bermuda, Augusta Bent, East Lake, Bermuda, Southwind, Bermuda. Out of his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 top fives, 6 of them have come on Bermuda. So, shout out Adam, Vinceric's golfer, my brother, my friend. We've had this take for a while with Cam Young that he grew. If you know anything about Cam Young, he grew up on a golf course. His dad was a professional. He just grew up playing golf in New York on that sweet bent. And we've had a take for the last few years that Cameron Young only was a professional golfer because he was really good at it. Because if you remember Cameron Young before this year, he would always look really miserable on the golf course. Just look like he was upset, no emotion. Now he's starting to get happy. But I think we saw it at Aronimink. He was getting a little bit displeased. I think him being on the bent grass reminds him of being at home and like all these dreaded days that his dad forced him to be on the golf course. So I think his move to Florida was the best thing he ever did for his golfing career because it's a new environment. The bent grass, even though he grew up on it, it might not be great for his mental. So let me know what you think about that take. I probably want to clip that and put it on Twitter too, because I think Cam Young just needs the Bermuda. Like you saw all the results. The results were way better on the bent grass. So that's Cam Young. Another golfer that I wanted to look at, and I'll bring the screen back up, is a little cheaper golfer. He goes by the name of, where is he? Justin Thomas, $8,400 Justin Thomas, coming in with another great ball striking week at Colonial. Just didn't putt well, but JT's T13, T4, T13, solo 13, T23. That's a really solid 4-week stretch from Justin Tournament. At the Memorial, he's got a mixed bag of results. Best finish is a T4 back in 2017. But he's hit it well. He's got some really insane high spike approach weeks here as well. Mixed bag of the putter, but I like that mixed bag. He's proven to be able to putt well here before. He's lost as many as 8.4, gained as many as 6. So I think Justin Thomas is a highly volatile but very high ceiling play this week. And I think he's great for the outright market. I think he could be a great potentially low-owned DFS play. I'll wait for that come Wednesday. But Justin Thomas is definitely checking some boxes for me. Taking a look at the betting board. Let's go back to the betting board at DraftKings. Scotty leads the way at plus 285. Rory, CY, very similar to the DFS board, except Ludwig and Xander are swapped. A couple names that catch my eye on this betting board. I'll start with Xander Schauffele because I think it's a very good number for Xander Schauffele. I do worry about it a little bit. The recent approach play is not what I like to see. He had an absolutely display of putting. If you would have told me Xander gained 7.4 strokes putting at Aronimink, I would have been so happy with my Xander Schauffele ticket that I bet at Aronimink. But the approach play just wasn't there. The wedges were not there. The long irons were better than the wedges. Thankfully, he'll have more long irons than wedges this week. But I need to see. Xander Schauffele is on my radar 1,000%, and I need to see what the irons are doing. I'm going to be out there. I'm going to be looking at his iron play, looking at his course history. He's got a T8 finish before, but that's his only top 10 finish. insane approach here. So he usually does hit the ball really well around the Memorial. So Xander Schauffele is someone on my radar for sure. Another guy down the odds board a little bit is Adam Scott, around 50-1. Adam Scott's coming in off his second straight poor approach week after this insane display of approach play leading up from January all the way here. Taking a look at his Memorial course history, a golf course that he's played a ton, a golf course that he's played very well at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 T10s and a ton of trips. Recent approach play has been bad, but outside of that, the approach play has been really solid. Another golfer. If I see some nice things from Adam Scott with the approach play, I will surely let you guys know, because I think Adam Scott fits the bill of a golfer who is not, you don't have to make 20 birdies here. You don't have to win a birdie fest. Adam Scott's not going to win a birdie fest. Adam Scott's going to win in a field like this. So I'm definitely down for him. I'm definitely intrigued to see him. So Adam Scott, Xander Schauffele, some golfers I'm definitely looking for in the outright markets right now. So usually at this point would be a time when I go and do the site stuff, talk to you guys about it, talk to you guys about all the tools, but I already did that. And also it would be a time where I talk about the model. But I don't like doing the model on Monday. And if I'm going to a course, I like to go to the course, see what I'm seeing with my eyes, and then make my model off of that. If anything changes, I mean, the good thing about Boots and the good thing about a week like this is we have a ton of data. Like we see this golf course every single year. And as I always say, I'm not there to reinvent the wheel. I'm not there to go say some shocking stuff about the Memorial. I'm not going to be there like, guys are hitting wedge on every single hole. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm going to tell you how it is. I'm going to tell you exactly what I see. If something comes about that's different than I would think, I'll let you know. If it's exactly what we think, confirms the eye test, bang, we're going to put that in the model. We're going to find some golfers and we're going to win this week. But I'll be out there getting you the player notes, every player in the field, hopefully, because there's a short field. So I'm going to be out there all day tomorrow getting, maybe not every player, maybe like 40, 50 guys. Hopefully I can get a ton if they're all out there, the weather looks good. And so now I'm going to talk about three things: a chalky guy, a pivot, and one golfer that I am on. And of course, the song of the day. So let's start with a potential chalky golfer. A potential chalky golfer this week. Is he a good chalk? Is he bad chalk? I don't know. But I think he's going to be chalky. And his name is Patrick Cantlay. Guys, we know what his course history is here. It is a fourth, a win, a third, a 12. This is just special ball striking. And if you combine that with what he's bringing to the table, 8th at Harbortown, T10 at Quail, T35 at Aronimink, where he hit it great. Patrick Cantlay is playing some nice golf right now. I'm going about it kind of quietly. Like I think Patrick Cantlay is kind of going under the radar, but everyone's going to know that. Everyone's going to know what Patrick Cantlay is doing of late. And I wish this wasn't Memorial, because I'd kind of be interested in playing him. But I don't know if I want to be involved in a chalky Patrick Cantlay. What is his floor this week? I'll say T15. T15, I think, is his floor. So take that, what you will, and run to the bank with a top 20 ticket. But Patrick Cantlay, in terms of DFS, I'm not sure I'm going to get there. Now let's go with a pivot. And like I always say, I'm not saying this next golfer is a pivot off of Patrick Cantlay. I'm saying this next golfer is a pivot in their respective range. And that, I think, is Rory McIlroy. Rory McIlroy at the top of this DFS board. He is going to be between Scotty Scheffler, who owns this place, and a very trendy Cam Young. I don't think Rory has anywhere to go but get squeezed. And is he going to be owned? Yes. But it's relative, and it's in terms of what he usually is owned. Rory's coming in off of 4 great weeks of ball striking. He's not lost strokes ball striking since a long damn time. Now, Rory does not have a win here. He's got great course history. He's got a solo 5th. He's got a T7. He's got 4th. He checks all those boxes. And what Rory said at this point in his career is, I care about cool golf courses. Literally, like, I care about golf courses that are cool. And I think he wants to get these golf courses that he hasn't checked off yet. And how could he not be happy about Jack's Place? How could he not? So I think Rory is a great pivot. I think Rory is a great play. I will see how he looks out there tomorrow. I'm definitely interested in maybe a single bullet Rory, go back-to-back single bullets, but we will see. I apologize for that. Whoa. You know what? Actually crazy. I scroll back and forth between the screens, and I was always thinking, what if I accidentally scroll off the screen? And I just did it for the first time in my career of doing this. So we have two more slides to get through. We have the one golfer that I am on, and we have the song of the day. So I got to bring my screen back up again. But the one golfer that I am on is, here we go. Bear with me. Share screen, bang, bang, bang. Tommy Fleetwood. Now, Tommy Fleetwood's coming in with some questionable approach play. Miscut at the run and make. Took some time off. But when you look at his course history, Tommy Fleetwood has striped it here. Doesn't have a top 10, but he's gained strokes on approach in all 4 starts. I'm not worried about the weak around the green play. Tommy's usually a fine chipper, fine around the green golfer. The driver is there. The approach is hit or miss, but the approach has been awesome around Murrayfield Village. So Tommy Fleetwood at $9,100, I think, is a generational spot. I really do think this Tommy Fleetwood price is special, and I'm definitely going to be hopping in on that. So let me know what you guys think about Tommy. I think it's a great buy low, great perfect spot for him. And as always, the song of the day, we're going to go with an Ohio band. As you can see, Ohio-based metalcore, The Devil Wears Prada, Ritual. Go check it out. It is on the playlist. And I'll be heading to Ohio in the near future. In the next few minutes, I'll be taking my drive over there. So any recommendations for the drive from the Jersey Shore to Ohio, please let me know, because I'll need maybe I'll need a few places to stop. And yeah, I will catch you guys Wednesday. The boot show will be Wednesday afternoon. Stay in touch for what time that will be. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, showdown content. Bear with me as I'm on the road these next few weeks. It's a trek. It is a trek, and I appreciate you guys always giving me feedback and bearing with me, as it's always not the greatest setup in the world, and I know that. But maybe one day I'll have a traveling van with a studio where it could be fully professional, but we're working through it. I'm hustling, and I appreciate you guys bearing with me. I really do. So catch you guys Wednesday, and as always, let's ship it.